Man United stream. Hope you're doing well. It's Thursday morning and it's the time. It's the time for the big boys to step up. It is the huge game tonight against Lyon. Will Man United be able to win and get through to the next round and go and actually win this trophy? Because they're desperate to win it. If we don't win this trophy, we're not in the Champions League, and we really need to be in the Champions League to attract the big boys to the club during the summer transfer window. But there's a big question mark, and the big question mark is Andre Onana. He's going to be playing in tonight's game. We're going to be discussing this and lots more in today's show, so make sure you stick around. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. If you're not a subscriber to the Man United stream channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all the latest Manchester United news and more from one single daily dose. But let's not waste any further time. It's the big game. We've been waiting for this all week. Forget the Champions League and watching the other English teams struggle. Arsenal have got through, beating Real Madrid. Aston Villa nearly did a job on PSG. But United, it all hangs in the balance. We can win this game or we could completely throw it away. And the problem with United this season has been we don't know which team's going to turn up. We don't know whether United are going to play good or they're going to play terrible. And they've got the capabilities of playing both teams both ways in one match. They could come out one half, play decent. Next half, they could completely throw it away. I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on the players tonight and they're going to feel it. This season, these players have struggled at home. They've not dealt well with the pressure. And I get this feeling that they're going to be under a lot of pressure to perform tonight. And it could go both ways. They could either really pull out a top performance or they could struggle and just completely throw it all away. Onana was dropped, obviously, on the weekend against Newcastle. And, well, we saw his prodigy or his second in line, the guy who's meant to be actually a good replacement. He was awful as well. He was awful. We've got two rubbish goalkeepers and United have to go out in the summer and get someone new because these two goalkeepers are not good enough. I don't care what some fans say. Some fans are coming out backing Onana, but they must be totally blind, totally clueless as to what is going on. This guy cannot save a shot. I don't care. Like I said, if he can play the ball out from behind and at the back and, you know, he's a good passer. Forget all that. If he can't save a shot, he's not a goalkeeper. We might as well get him, play him out in the defence or midfield and go and get a new goalkeeper if that's how much you love him. But anyway, forget Onana. Forget Onana. We need goals and we have got a huge problem because Zertsky is out for the rest of the season. He's no longer there. So even if we qualify for the next round, we're going to struggle. We need a goal scorer and Højlund doesn't look like he's up for the job. To be fair, look, he's a kid. He's a kid. He was never meant to be in this position. When we bought Højlund, no one thought, right, he's going to be our key number one week in, week out striker. He was a kid. He was meant to develop at United and become a future star. He was never meant to be our only goal scorer. And this is the problem. This is where some fans are completely clueless thinking, oh, blame everything on Højlund. We can't blame it on Højlund. We've got to blame it on the structure behind the whole team. What's been going on? And we can't blame it on Ruben Amorim either. So there's some fans saying, oh, it's Ruben Amorim's fault because he's come in and he's not done anything. Well, he's not done anything because he's been handed complete rubbish to deal with. Why? Look, the whole everything goes back to the Glazers and now to Ineos and Jim Ratcliffe. They have to leave this club for it to improve. I keep saying it, and I keep saying it because I know it's true. We need to get rid of the structure behind the manager, behind the players, and only then will we start seeing some improvement. Ineos have been absolutely awful for United. They've been another Glazer in disguise. And I said this when we first heard that Ineos are in the running and will take over. I said to everybody back then, this is not good. This does not spell hope for United fans. First of all, Ineos have got no intention of buying out the Glazers. Whatever you hear is a complete load of rubbish. They are here for the long term and there was never an agreement to buy out the Glazers, and they're going to stay with the Glazers hand in hand and walk down the path, and we're going to reap the horrendous outcome of their ownership, because United are not going to improve. This summer is going to be very, very telling. We're going to be obviously keeping a close eye out on seeing who United are going after, what players are signing. But if United cannot get into the Champions League, it's going to be a massive struggle for everyone. And we saw the Glazers in the first leg against Lyon. They were there. Both the brothers, Joel and Avram, sat there. It's funny how they don't even attend Old Trafford, but they will go away games in a different country. It is really interesting that, but that's a whole topic for another day. Let's be positive. Let's go out there tonight. We'll be there tonight at Old Trafford, chanting, supporting the team. So let's hope they go out there and pull a job over Lyon and get into the next round, and then we can start looking forward to another game and another performance, and hopefully we can get some players back from injury and they can contribute to taking us to the final and winning. This is it for today's show, guys. That is it. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. You're watching the Man United Stream channel by the fans for the fans.